Hi there, Groot. I hope you're having a great day, man. So, I had I'll be perfectly honest. I haven't been able to stream because I just was not sure what I wanted to do. Um, what kind of game I may want to play. My camera is tilted for some reason, and um, because I have a lot of games, but part of it was also trying to kind of get get everything ready for the baby that I'm about to we're about to have. Um, so we're gonna play a couple smaller games. Well, this one I just want to kind of play because I just have a feeling that I want to play it right now. I have played a bit of it in the past. I don't remember if I completed it. I may have. If I haven't, it's fine. It's a very deep game. Um, and when I say deep, I don't mean like it's long. I mean like it goes very it delves into some very sensitive topics. So if those kinds of things hurt you, I do greatly apologize. Or some of it affects me as well. So here we go. I definitely don't remember this. Huh.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Can I run? I can zoom in.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That is a very tall house, man.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Her hand's not in a cast, so I don't think it's the same person.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, so pretty sure there's two paths.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Huh. Deer! I guess we know where the hoof prints are coming from.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Yeah.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
I'm going the other path. Yeah, and it looks like they kept building on top of it.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Oh, all roads. You know, that's the achievement for taking both paths. Missing. Oh, look, missing posters. Oh, I'm sorry, Skyrim. I just went live, so this game goes into some pretty deep things, so if maybe good to be careful. More missing posters. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been live for like 7 minutes. Here's one. Milton Finch. Oh, he's got a crown on his head. Date of birth 5, missing since October 23rd, 2003. He was 11 when he vanished. Huh. Sucks.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Hey,
now,
Rex.
As a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Hey, look, a ramp.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
I was wrong. All right, Skyrim, you have a great day. It is a very nice house. It's got some oh, broken power lines. That's dangerous. Oh, come on.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Huh.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
This place has a lot of books.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Edie, Dawn, Lewis. That's what I'm asking.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
There are a lot of cans of fish. Look, a water purifier.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
That's windy.
table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Jeez.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
Sank? It went up? Oh. What do you mean sank? It's so bizarre. It's like somebody started packing away and then stopped. Ew, bugs.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
That's pretty skillful. I can't make a box. Huh.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Jesus.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Why is this door sealed with sealant? What is that?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Huh. Alright. Oh, look, a chair.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Sealed
Then
them?
Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Peep? Where do I start? Where do I start?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
My friend Bigfoot. Hey, Barbara's room. Oh, wait.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Definitely is.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Oh, come on. I remember something about this game, and it's gonna hurt when I get to this room. This room specifically. Gregory, 1976 to 1977, 1 years old.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
A bathroom. Sven and Eddie. Sven, 1915 to 1964. Eddie, 1917 to 2010.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Oh, 80, I guess. Calvin and Sam.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
That's kind of gruesome. Like, somebody passes away and you gotta still share a twin room with them? That's crazy. Calvin... Oh, Calvin died when he was 11. It's not his bedroom. It's the room that he died in. Like I said, this game kind of goes deep.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
1937 and 1947, so she was 10.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Walter.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
A book.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly. Oh, starfish. Microsoft. Maybe the bugs were Molly's. 1937 and 1940.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. My Halloween candy was all gone. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Ew.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Did you know holly berries are poisonous?
I kept eating and eating. Then I heard chirping outside my window. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh, jeez.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Where do I go?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Come here. Come here, bird. Rah!
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama. I gobbled her up.
Oh, jeez.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Where's the...
Rabbits.
Come here, rabbit!
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Yeah.
A mama rabbit.
Come here, rabbit! Hey, I got an achievement.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Shark in a tree. Must keep swimming! Yeah, definitely.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Doo-doo, doo-doo, dun, 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 dun. Oh, I hate this. Is that a seal?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Come here, seal! Oh, God!
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
What did I miss? Oh God, the controls are inverted. I hate this. You win this round, seal. Oh, there it is.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Well, now.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I know there's an achievement for letting this guy finish the song, so I'm listening. How long is this song? Hey, there we go. Come here, boy!
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Yeah, they are.
I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
What's up? Shark.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Jellyfish. Rabbits. An owl. Shark. Yeah. This family has... Uh, this family most likely has very deep psychological issues. And all of them... And they don't die naturally. That's their curse.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Huh.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
I have a fan on. I gotta turn it off because it's getting cold. Sorry about that.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
How can you install a peephole if it's already been... I don't know.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Huh. Left behind an entire...
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Sven Filch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, so that's that dragon that's outside. So it collapsed while he was building it. Okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, no.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
I have to warn you, this part, this.
It was a pretty big trace.
This part gets pretty deep, so I apologize for this portion. Oh no, wait, it's not. No, not this one. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Oh, that's cute.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, that's cute. Whoa!
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Calvin Finch. Hey, Milton. We've got Sam. That's a lot of film. Okay, so there's nothing up there. So they're twin brothers, but look where he stops. United States Marine Corps Certificate of Acceptance for Sam Filch. No, I don't want to. I don't want to nail. Sorry.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Hey, look at that house out there. This seems like a very dangerous place to put a swing set.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
It's a year after Barbara died. Look, 1960, 1961. That's gotta suck to lose two kids like a year apart from each other like that. I wanna get out of here.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
That's gotta suck, man. I mean, she basically made it into like a like I said, a memorial. And how do you rope off half? Well, now.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Hands and bellies. Hey, look, I'm back here. Oh, we're gonna see Barbara's story. Hey, Milton. Again. It's gotta be
Growing
hard.
up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
It's gotta be harsh to live your life as your past, you know? Happy birthday, Barbara.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barb Street. It's funny. Huh. Penelope's Diner. Comic.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh!
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
Oh, that's
So
not good.
Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Why do I? It's very different, man.
Oh dear.
She. Ah!
Rick?
She went, oh dear.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
She said, oh
I'm
dear.
not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She
Oof.
threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
One of his
Barb.
crutches.
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Molly's room.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Kucha! Kuchik! Oh, he slipped. Oh, he's fallen.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Wait, they said a gang of hoodlums. That means there's more than one person.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Are they passing out apples?
At the door, she heard whispering. from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
That's pretty messed up, man.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Giant sparrow? That's a lot of... Look at all these people. Look at all the... Well, I can't go out the door, so I gotta go this way. Oh, wait. Is there anything else I missed in here? I gotta make sure. Yeah, it is a lot of stories. One of the last ones is kind of the deepest.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
All right, the music box has a key, doesn't it? So then I keep turning and turning and turning and turning and turning. It is a key. That is so weird. Had a pool table down here and everything. I wish I had a basement. I live in Florida. We can't have basements, apparently. There's the table saw.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Ah, yeah, Sven got crushed by the dragon slide. That's right. Poor Sven. That is unfortunate, sir. Tetanus shot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Packages? Oh god, it's that fridge! Can I go this way? Wonder why they kept that fridge down here.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
It's got a...
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the heck?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Apparently not that far.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Two 2005. Kind of. It's almost like a doomsday shelter, like he's...
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
1968.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Peaches.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
1976.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Hey Groot, what do you think that shaking is?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Friendly. Bombs in 1976,
And then
though?
one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave.
No.
Well, I still can.
Peaches, it looks like. It's basically, looks like he's just eating a whole bunch of canned food.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
So, I guess this is where it's been throwing its trash. It's kind of gross. But why is there a wall here? Give me that sledgehammer.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Whack.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Now.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Hey, it's a new
I
day.
can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh, Jesus. So apparently his little base of operations was right next to a train tunnel.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
That's gotta hurt.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Not the light. Good night. Oh.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
How is it pushing up makes me go down? That's so dumb.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Oh, there's those trash
I
cans.
don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
If I get hit by a train, I'm gonna be
Now
mad.
there's only one of us left. Or maybe 2.
One of us, or
I
maybe
thought it was
2.
time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
There's a lot of grass, so I don't think.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Whoa. Oh look, there is a grave for him. Walter. Okay, did like the thing fall into the so I guess whatever was here may have been eroded over time. Is that a house?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Look.
But I thought you should know about your family.
She's writing to somebody. Maybe like a kid or something.
And the history you're a part of.
The heck is that? Oh, I can't go in the water. Kinda wish I could run. Oh.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
They said it's a family curse.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness.
Imagination, stubbornness, and madness.
Any of it seems possible.
So they just kept adding on to the house, which is kind of crazy. Is that a boat? So how did they... If the trash can's right here, how did they get it to the front yard?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one.
Jesus.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Ugh. Well, the animals live good lives, it looks like. Zerpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Lurpy, Bob, Oliver, Shadow, Christopher. What are some of the names of the developers and stuff like that? Bailey. I think Bailey was a dog, and Bailey was old. No, wait. Bailey was 13, never mind.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Designed the cemetery? Molly, the cat in a wing. Calvin with a spaceship. Sven with a axe. Edie, the book. Walter with a rock. Barbara with a star.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, look.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay. Oh, it is a house. Oh, that's the house that... Oh, I get it. It's the house that got destroyed by the waves.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gus Finch. He died when he was 13. Gregory Finch. Died when he was 1. Sam Finch. Died when he was 33. Hey, Dragon. This is a very deep and crazy game.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Sanjay. Who's Sanjay? Lewis. Died when he was 22. Oh, wait. 22? 1. Yeah, 22.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
This is a
Part
game
of
that
me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
this game deals with a lot in regards to mental illness, as well as things like depression, and death. There's no gentle way of saying it, but this is a game about death. So
For
it's
me
a
to
very
come back someday
it's a very sensitive topic.
and find
Unfortunately.
everything out for myself.
So I hope you're having a great day, Dragon. anything, this is also a very short game as well, so I could probably get
But
through
looking
this.
back on it now,
I can probably get through this game in one sitting.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, so she's pregnant. "22 weeks pregnant." That's crazy, man.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
That's kind of crazy. Where was this peephole? K. Finch. Who was K? Probably going that way next, but time for another story.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, rain is very peaceful, isn't it?
Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like I'm done?
Ew.
Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the
Hey,
truth,
Rex.
I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Hey, Rax, we're taking pictures.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
What am I looking for?
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
What is that?
Give me a minute to check the map. Let's see. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Thank you for the shout out, Root. I don't know, what am I supposed to shoot? What am I supposed to take a picture of? What is that?
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
I don't know what I'm supposed to take a picture of. I'm not. You're a good mod. You are a tree, you don't move. Oh, you're a moving tree. I know I'm supposed to take a picture of a rabbit at some point in this. For an achievement, but I don't know where. There? Don't tell me I'm just stuck here. Red bean soup. There's gotta be something out there I have to photograph. Both? Birdie. Birdie! Oh wait, deer!
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Where is it? This camera sucks.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Jeez!
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
I control him right now.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, I got a timer. Well, that sucks. Run, man, run! Run, man, run!
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad! Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
More secret passages. Hey, meal ready to eat. Or maybe it's just more... This is storage.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Raise flag, breakfast, quiet time, duties, dawn, sleep, trash. Gus, mop, mow yard. Gus, Greg, be a baby. Be a baby. This one's gonna hurt. I'm sorry.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Ribbit. 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 Come here. Ribbit.
Hand over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Ribbit.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish you could have told us. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Yeah. Drowning is it's not a good way to go. And it's one way that kind of hurts to me. Like emotionally it just no. Locker. Okay, it's just something in the game then. I'm hearing some.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet... A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Whee!
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
This is kind of trippy.
talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Alright, where's the next part? Over here? Oh, right here, maybe?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh! Wow! That was rude, man.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Go inside the tent. What tent? Oh gosh! Rah!
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Destruction!
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
So they're in the tent, but Gus is still out here? It does. It's a very deep game. What am I supposed to do? Any more stuff I can pick up? Oh my god!
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
It's 13.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Emergency evacuation house. Huh. Is there anything up here?
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Huh. Don and Sanjay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh wait, Sanjay's dead too. Why do I feel like I was supposed to learn something up there? Back up. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Oh, see it? I am so dumb. Fly to India. Oh, look, there's something up here.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Mint, thyme, sage, basil. Huh.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last.
A curse. Odin Finch. Myth. Oh, were they homeschooled? Edith, Lewis, were these kids homeschooled? Huh. Whoa.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
How'd I go back down? Like, this is the 3rd story area, isn't it? Like, how do I go down from here? Milton's room.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Maybe. Look. His footprints go up to this door and then they vanish. So there's actually a game that's related to this called, I think, The Unfinished Swan or something like that. That's actually what happens to Milton. Because Milton doesn't die. He just... he's gone to his own world, I guess. Milton Finch.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Kind of. Watch. He didn't leave. He disappeared.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah. So, that's
Mom
the thing.
spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
I haven't played the other games, but I heard that it's a pretty interesting game. It's
Whatever
basically...
Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
I'm about to get into the part of the story that has a very sensitive subject matter. I'm going to snooze my ads for a minute. So, please be careful. And this is a warning. I'm sorry for what's about to happen.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
His room is a boat. Hey, look, he's got a hookah.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Psychedelic man. How does this have power still? It's been like 7 years. Bruh. Oh god, look. He's got a game. He's got video games.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Got some, Oh, there's a warning about drug use. I'm sorry. Hey, look, a stress ball. The Red King's Dream. He's got a computer set up. Not a bad one for the time. I'm sorry. Institute of Psychology.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
Look how that thing looks.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Louis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Louis.
And then you made your mistake.
So I let him go on.
Look at the shape of this guillotine. It's kind of like a triangle.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Louis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
My imagination is as real as my body.
He began to forget the world we know.
It's his locker.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
See how it's a very distinctive shape? I remember this.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Calico had insisted on inviting me.
Molly the cat. There was only one thing left to do. That's a guillotine.
And down his head.
That's a guillotine.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Yeah, that's a word for it. It's a trap.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Oh, so I couldn't even gone that way if I wanted to.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh, she wrote the book.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
This is complete darkness behind me.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
It's about to run my ad, and I can't skip it anymore. Well, so I'm gonna run the ad real quick. So if anybody's watching who's not subbed, that would be great. They can see this portion. So we'll be right back. This is a very deep game. It's a very emotional game, I should say. It's the word for it. It's very heartbreaking. It's very painful. All these family members who just passed away. Have you been here? Oh, I can talk to you. Were you here for a while, Smole, or did you just get here? Because if you just got here, I may have cut off the pre-roll ads, and that might be what you were watching. Oh, okay, so you've been here a while. Says that the ad is still in process, so I don't know why it's not why you're not seeing an ad, but that's fine. It's a very deep game. I can see why they say that their family is cursed. Odin died when he was 57. Edie's the only one who survived the longest. Molly died, Barbara died, Calvin. The family curse is that most of the family tends to die at younger ages, and not from natural death, not naturally. Gregory died when he was 1. Gus died when he was 13. Dawn died when she was 8. 48. Lewis died when he was 22. Milton, I wouldn't say he died, but he just kind of vanished. It's what they call the Filch family curse. So.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered.
That's not good to be wandering out in this place when it's just fog.
I started seeing things.
Oof. Okay, that was weird.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Oh look, the buoy got stuck on the house.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
No.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Okay, 18 years old. She most likely died during childbirth. Or at least that's what the implication is. Ian Dallas, creative director. So a lot of the kid photos that we saw in the game were actually people who helped design the game. Yeah, everything ends. It's a very deep game, but it's a very short game. It's a very good game. I will give it that much. I just don't know what to say about it. It's Milton. It's a game that I do recommend to play, but like you said, I pretty much finished this game in one stream as a whole. So, and we've only been going for about... Thanks, Johan. What? So, does Johan... I'm confused. Why is there an achievement for Johan? That's weird. It's a very interesting game. There's a few other games that I'm kind of interested in going into. I know I want to play some of the Final Fantasy games that pretty recently came out. And there's another one that I'm interested in playing, but I don't know if I want to do it on the stream. But yeah. I am sorry that I haven't been around for a little while. I think I've been gone for about a week, maybe. After I finished God of War, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do after that. In what direction I wanted to go to when it came to everything. Plus, I'm trying to get everything ready when it comes to the fact that I'm about to have another kid in a couple of weeks. It's going to be very interesting to see where my life goes by that point. I need to make sure I'm the best kind of person I can be. For all of you and for my kids. So, you know. I don't know if there's anything after the end of the end credits, so I want to kind of see what happens. But it's a very interesting game to kind of play. Kind of see what we can do after this as well. So we're able to replay stories at this point. I think this is probably where I'm going to end up calling it for now. I'm going to send this over to I'm Eating Cookies. I don't know what she's doing right now. I don't know if I'm going to come back later tonight. I might come back later tonight to play another game. Or I might wait till tomorrow. Yeah. I hope you all have a great day. Or a great night or whatever. Let's go on a raid. Thank you for the follow, Wild Small. I want to wait till the thing goes through. Supposed to do a thing. Where's the thing? Thank you for the follow, though, man. You all have a great day. All right.